The brain-eating amoeba. You won't feel it until it's too late. It starts with a splash, a jump into a warm lake, a perfect summer day. You dive beneath the surface, laughing, unaware. Something invisible swims into your nose, smaller than a grain of dust. You feel nothing. Not today, not tomorrow. But 3 days later, you'll feel the worst headache of your life. And by then, it's already inside your brain. This isn't science fiction. It's real, it's rare, and it's almost always fatal. Welcome to the world of Naegleria fowleri, the so-called brain-eating amoeba. And this is the human condition, where every disease has a story. And every story leaves you wondering, what's coming next? Take Kali Hardig, 12 years old, Arkansas. She jumped into a pool at a local water park. It wasn't her first time, it wouldn't be her last. Except it was. Somewhere in that water, Naegleria was waiting. She came home with a headache, then a fever, then hallucinations. By the time doctors figured it out, it was nearly too late. This wasn't meningitis. It was primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, PAM. The survival rate? Just 3%. Kaylee is one of the only people in the world to ever walk away alive. Most never get that chance. Naegleria fowleri is a microscopic amoeba, not a parasite, not a virus, just a shapeless blob that normally eats bacteria in warm, still water. But when it enters the human nose, everything changes. It travels up the olfactory nerve, bypassing every immune defense, and digs straight into the frontal lobe of your brain. You won't even know it's happening. And that's the horror of it. Once inside your brain, Naegleria begins consuming neurons, literally feeding on your thoughts. One cell at a time, the body reacts in panic, swelling, inflammation, bleeding. But it's too late. Within days, your vision blurs, you vomit, you seize, and then you slip away. From splash to death, as little as 5 days. You don't even have time to say goodbye. Naegleria doesn't care about status, strength, or age. It's been found in public lakes, hot springs, backyard splash pads. Even tap water used in sinus rinses. Most victims are children. But it's not a childhood disease. It's a chance encounter with a billion-year-old predator. You don't have to swallow it. You just have to breathe it in. Naegleria kills faster than most doctors can diagnose it. Symptoms mimic the flu or meningitis. By the time a doctor thinks to test for an amoeba, you're already in stage 3. And the treatments? Unreliable, expensive, experimental. Only a handful of survivors exist. Each one is a statistical miracle, and they all share one thing in common. They got lucky. Here's the hard truth. It's extremely rare, but it's always fatal. That's why we tell these stories, not to scare you, but to prepare you, because Naegleria isn't the only monster hiding in plain sight. This world is full of silent killers, parasites that can rewire your behavior, fungi that turn lungs into stone, diseases that sleep for decades, then strike without mercy. And we're only just beginning. As temperatures rise, cases of brain-eating amoeba are being reported further north each year. Places where it never used to exist. It's evolving with the climate, following us into new waters. This isn't a one-time threat. This is a preview. Now you know about Naegleria fowleri, but ask yourself, how many other things are out there? Undetectable, unstoppable, and invisible. The scariest part of the human condition is what we still don't know. If this story left you stunned, you're not alone. But the rabbit hole goes deeper. Subscribe to The Human Condition for weekly deep dives into rare, terrifying, and true medical mysteries, diseases that make the body turn against itself, or invite something else in. Up next, the flesh-eating disease that spreads faster than fire. Yes, it's real, and it might be closer than you think. Thanks for watching. And remember, it's not the monsters we see that scare us, it's the ones we never notice. Until it's too late.